you know, a video could like, oh, hold on, we got Ball Drill, Mana Burn, Demon. You did some serious damage, mate. God, that hurt. Yeah, I could put time into doing something like that and it gets still like no better or worse, like, you know, viewership or something like that. So I don't waste time doing extra things like that, even though it could potentially help. But, you know, at the same time, if it's harming my like rest time by comparison, I see it as not helping. I might be able to hold the light belt. Actually, hold on. I can merge these fuckers together. Get more space, but like only barely. Chuck that in there, and then I can't really fit any one singular thing in. Where's that belt? Give me that. I think this was, yeah, it's a 4, but I might be able to make a 4-ish, maybe? Kind of. Hold on, chuck that in there. Yes. Okay, cool. Give me that. And then there's a fucking superior kite shield, so no, I can't fit all this shit. Give me that. I can hear like the treant things in the area making like treanty noises, but I can't see them yet. So they're nearby. Hey mate.
And listen.
I will.
Good day.
Socketed. Sorry, I had to cough. Repairs durability. And that's a 65. Could be socketed to better. I'll hold on to that for a second. I'll have a look at it. 3 to mana, that's not better. Get rid of that. Out of here. Give me this one. Give me these 2. I do need to, I think, get stuff out of here. So I'll go have a quick look to see what I've got in my stash that I could possibly socket into that, because its current stats are 65 and its repair durability is like negligible. I don't give a shit about that. But I could socket it to be potentially better than 10 life and lightning resistant. You know, so let's see if... What is this in armor? Attack rating. I didn't use that in armor. I did use it in shields because all resistances. Mana, health, dexterity. I think I've got... Is that one better? Floor chipped. Yeah, this one's better. Strength. I would have probably used better chance of getting magical items, but I don't really see anything else I've got here that I could put into it. I do have like fire resistance, and I wouldn't use that. I'd use weapon knockback. I have so many of these, honestly. Poison resistance. Yeah, 30% is better than 10%. Oh, sorry, 5% lightning resistant. I am like a little bit lightning resistant. I'm on 12. It's very close. I'd be going down, which means that all those lightning bastards would be a problem. I don't think I've got anything that would actually help me against lightning on me. No, I don't have anything that would help me with lightning. I could do fire resistance more, and I could do poison resistance. They would both be pretty solid. And or magical items stuff. I could put something that's equal to the 10 life in though, actually. We could do 25 life. Honestly, it sounds like a prison sentence. I could do 25 life and a poison resistance that would automatically be substantially better. So let's fucking do that. Do poison resistance and life. Yeah. Only because it's already got life, so I want something that's about equal or better to that. Even though like defense itself will be equal or better, because this is higher, and then the poison resistance will already be substantially better, but just fucking chuck those 2 in there. And yeah, this will be pretty solid, and I'll just see if he wants that gear. Oh, my shit's gold! Ah, it doesn't transfer over. Oh, it looks good though. Damn, okay. Do you want this? You've got a 73 and a poison resistance of 11, so no. Yours is actually better than my shit. He does have better shit than me because I can't wear a lot of stuff because of my stats. There's a lot of things I can't use or wear at this point, but this might be better. It is not. My spare was still better, so that's fine. I thought I'd just check because I'm like, I know I had a spare armor. I had spare armor that has better stuff, is better defense. Well, let me put it into thing. Its defense was higher, but its enhanced defense and its reduced damage, yeah, it's great. But Kid Me would not have prioritized that over like the health and lightning resistance. So this was better. I told you the logic doesn't logic. It logics for me for how I played as a kid, but it's not going to logic for anybody else, and I understand that. So, like I said, don't stress if it's not making sense. It works. It's fine. Let me pick up that shit. Plus, we have fancy gold armor now, so it goes with the cudgel thingy that we got. I think I do have to run over this side and just get the top part of this before we go too far in. Because I started on the corner, I fought him, and I didn't go back past this area. This is the only part that's like sucky about this kind of marshy kind of thing. I know this is a dead end on this corner. Actually, that kind of works, you know. So I trust you know all your rules. Yes. I do. It's just when I try to like explain it to like people that like play Diablo 2 and have played like Diablo 2 for a long time, or maybe not even like a long time, but might even just be new to it and are only like familiar with like how people play in this modern day and age. Like, it's always kind of funny because like I know how I played as a kid, and because I'm recreating how I played as a kid, like it's gonna be terrible intentionally, you know. Yeah, I just know that like she's not gonna have the stats that people hope that she has. It's not gonna have like the type of weapons people want. I'm not gonna move the way people want. Like, I'm supposed to, as a sorceress, I'm supposed to be basically doing like, hold on. If I can get rid of this guy for a second. I'll probably want my mana in just a sec if I hit that. I am supposed to be basically doing this, like non-stop, as fast as I possibly can with enemies, right? That's what I'm supposed to be doing as a sorceress. That's what people do. That's not how I played when I was a kid. Oh, the lightning. Oh, I did freeze you bastards. And I'm also not really supposed to be doing melee either. That's a whole thing as well. But, yeah, no. This is what I did. So, like, I already know that, like, some of my playthrough stuff for people are, like, so triggering. Like, I'm out of mana at the moment. You're gonna hear her scream about mana oh so much. And, like, I just won't, like, have her drink it much. I could. I've got it. I forgot that you guys exist. How do I always forget that they exist? Oh, you know, they're gonna be a pain in the ass because she is melee. So I've been using the Amazon, which we had the, we didn't have, that would be why they had the thingy here. Are you coming back out or what? See, I don't think I can cast on you. Oh, hold on, were you just about to come out? Then I saw the bubbles. I don't think it's dead. The only problem I've got with these guys, the underground monster thingies, is if they don't come up to the surface, I can't kill them. And sometimes they won't surface. So there isn't much that I can do about that, unfortunately. There we go. I've already got that, but that's fine. EMG. I mean, what are you up to? I don't expect the caster to boot them with a mace. Valid surprise tactic. Yeah. Well, that's where the, like, shock comes in, I guess. I need these two to pop back out of the water. If they don't pop back out of the water, I can't kill them. And obviously there are a few spots where I actively cannot. I might go onto the other side since we triggered it from over there. That one didn't, but the other one we got from the other side. We've had it a couple of times where a enemy spawns outside of a playable area and or like dies in an reachable area and stuff. And normally when that happens, if I can't get them, like if I can't trigger them or I can't get them behind like a wall, I get it in like the Chaos Sanctuary with Diablo. Probably the most is where you get the ghosts behind the cathedral walls. I can't get these guys to summon back out. I know they're alive. I can't kill them. If they won't come out of the water, I can't get them. The difference between my archer and my fucking sorceress is that they, for some reason, really fucking hate Amazons, right? But they really don't give a shit about my fucking sorceress. Because I can't get them. That's pretty much. I was trying to see if I could like cast cold and like get them that way, but they're not bubbling up to surface anywhere here. Where the gold was coming to the edge was where they should have been, basically. So yeah, if I can't get them to summon up, then we just have to plug on, essentially. I hate it, I really do. It's like that one creature we had die outside, oh my god, in like the fucking, one of the River of Flame things, or the pits or whatever in Act 4, and they died outside of a playable area, which meant that I couldn't actually get the fucking loot off them. And everybody was like, oh, just get a Staff of Teleportation and stuff. And I'm like, I can't use it. You know, I didn't use it when I was a kid. I didn't know about it. So, you know, I couldn't use it. And so it was loot that we couldn't possibly pick up. But I also had moments like that when I was a kid where like shit would just die outside the walls. There's nothing you can do, you know. It's just like the unfortunate stuff. Oh god, I barely missed that. I hate these guys. They kill me so fast. Oh, I'm trying not to sneeze. And these guys, hold on, I'll try not to sneeze. This is why my clerics wield maces. Oh yeah, let's move on. Sleep. I'm seeing you, Viking. I see those paws. I narrowly avoided sneezing, but I know I'm not done with this. Earlier on, I fucking sneezed a bunch, and then I promptly inhaled a cat fur, and I don't know if I've got it out yet. And I think that's what's still irritating my nose at this point. So I know this isn't over. I know it will be back. My sneeze will return. I just don't know when. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I also use like weapons and shit that are, oh hold on, that keeps kind of going that way. We'll go up into this then. This is probably cut through, and I'll probably have to like double back or some shit. So even if a weapon is not specifically for my type of character and stuff, as long as it isn't a crossbow, I can use it. And as long as it's equal or better than my existing gear, I can use it. I'll be selling that when I get back. I don't need that. I do want to have a look at this ring. All I keep getting in the way of rings is like 1 to minimum fucking damage or 1 to maximum damage. I'm like, I don't need that shit. Like, obviously, I kind of probably do. Did you kill that guy? That was epic. Good work, mate. Yeah, anyway. Hello. We got a, holy shit, that's a special. There's Haze. Sorry, what are you? Haze had the witch, undead and cold enchanted. Mate, I don't fear cold, so come here. Come to me, there we go. I have like, what do you call it, like, only like the ability to be half frozen, so I don't really care about that. My dude though, he cares. Because I've got half freeze on that, and I've got it on something else. I saw it earlier. I don't know what I have it on, but I have 2 things that have it. I just don't know what the second one is at this time. Anywho, so yeah, I barely get like frozen and shit. Could you not like crossbows? No, I did not. I like that you picked up on that. So I liked bows when I was a kid. I liked archery in general, and so like with what do you call it? With Diablo, I talk about like the first game, right? Oh shit! Before Diablo 2 was a thing, I had, holy crap, I need health. I had a rogue in that, and I think I played a monk or whatever. Oh fuck nuts! Hold on. What the fuck is going on in here, mate? I barely froze you guys. I feel like they added like monks maybe later or something like that. I know you could use like staffs and shit, and I know there was a magic type thing. I just can't remember off the top of my head at the moment if it was a wizard or a sorceress or whatever. I feel like it was a sorceress, but my memory is shit today, so I'm not putting any salt into that at the moment. I don't know if I can carry anything else, mate. Yeah. Ooh, that's why we had terrible here. And we got a bow. I can't fit that, so we're gonna go back. So yeah, when I was a kid, I played a rogue, and I really liked, obviously, using a bow and arrow and stuff with her. And I think I could use pretty much any weapon. So I did use like staves. I do quite like basic staves like this. Visually, I like that. I also like scythes and stuff. I can't remember if they were in the original. I was like 8, so fair call. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, when I started playing Diablo 2, obviously you could have an Amazon, and Amazon was kind of more leaning towards like a javelin. You could have a bow, and the manual did kind of explain how like the bow was good and stuff, but also how, you know, the crossbow was strong as well and shit. But I just didn't like crossbows, so I was like, nah, fuck that shit. And then obviously, like, as you guys saw with my first playthrough, like recreation playthrough of my fucking Amazon, when I brought her in, that was hard because when we killed, I think it was normal Baal, he dropped a really insane crossbow, and I couldn't use it. I had to throw it away immediately. I couldn't use it, and it made all of Nightmare fucking hard. And I was like, this is difficult, because I could see that it was a really, really good weapon, and I could see that it was going to enhance, you know, my ability to fight substantially, but I couldn't keep it. And I was like, shit, you know. I ended up playing through, I think, most of Nightmare with like the same bow as did I in Hell, because I couldn't fucking gamble for one. I spent like 5 fucking million gold trying to gamble for a goddamn, you know, bow, and I couldn't get like a decent one. Like, it was mostly like pick up or not kind of thing. And even with like Sorceress, like, crossbow is not really your traditional like weapon and stuff that you would use. But in saying that, like, I also applied it to like my allies couldn't use it. So, you know, if I got, say, a rogue in Act 1, they use bows and stuff. They can also use crossbows, obviously. But like, I'm like, no, you don't. You're not getting that. Because, like, it's part of the can't use it sort of thing. And because with my... Oh, shit. With my Amazon's playthrough, because my helper could only have my hand-me-downs, because I had to keep the same helper from the beginning, the very first one I got given, all the way through to defeating Hell's Baal, it meant that she couldn't have a crossbow ever at all. And that kind of still stuck with Tabby Cat. Like, when I got her helpers and stuff, I just still kind of stuck by that. I didn't want to give them a crossbow and stuff. But, like, I understand that it's a much stronger, like, weapon and shit. Where are you? There. It's a much stronger weapon, and when they brought in Diablo 3 had, what do you call it? Had the Demon Hunter, who specifically used like crossbows kind of thing, or was more kind of geared towards you should use crossbows. And I hated it. I'm like, I don't want to use a crossbow. The other thing too is I also couldn't obviously like purposely spec them to be bad. So that was also another thing I obviously didn't like about 3, but you know, it didn't really matter. I might actually go across because this looks like it's going to start down here and then go across that thing. Yeah, so I still tried to get her a proper bow, but because I couldn't make her the way I wanted her to be, which was terrible, you know, I kind of felt like she wasn't really my original character anyway when I was recreating her in 3. Like, every new Diablo, basically, like, for the most part, if I can, try to, like, recreate them in, like, the other Diablo kind of thing. Just because, like, it's kind of like my keystone characters, in that I always have Kelly, I always have Tabby Cat. They're my 2 Diablo characters, my main ones and stuff. I probably can't carry anything, yeah. No, I can carry stuff, it's just poor inventory management, that's fine. But yeah, Diablo 4, I still made the 2 characters in said order, it's just that, like, I didn't enjoy Diablo 4. Mate, I'm inventorying at the moment. Give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, I didn't like Diablo 4, and I don't think you could do a lot of the stuff. Like, I gotta admit, I barely remember Diablo 4 because I played it for like a very short period of time. Got jack shit of comparing it to Diablo 2 and went and played Diablo 2. So, I think my brain did a really good job of trying to erase that from existence at this point. And yeah, I would have to actively probably at this point sit down to watch what I did in that to actually remember what I did, because I just didn't enjoy it. Oh man, there was lag there for like a hot second, and I was a little bit worried because like whenever I play Diablo, not always, but sometimes it fucking my internet crashes. Sorry, I had to cough. I don't really have space. I can pick up something that's about a 2, probably these two. Yeah, we'll go back. There's a bit more beneath me and stuff, so. Although I got an extra gem, and I might just take a second to blow my nose. Hold on. That feels so much better. It's just kind of like whatever was going on in there was being like, I don't know, irritating. I will put this aside. I'll merge my gems in just a second. I just don't have space in my inventory to deal with it because I've got stuff in the cube. So I'll get rid of all this shit. And basically, what? I didn't mean to sell my key. Give me that shit back. I didn't think it was at 12 either, but okay. I might sell them as well. You know, I probably know what's irritating my nose, actually. Right before stream, I decided to go and, like, brush my cat. Cats, plural. I kind of forgot I brushed both of them because most of the fur came off one. But, yeah, I did that, like, right before stream, and I'm like, I'm probably getting, like, I don't know, I have got, like, mild cat allergies. I own cats and stuff. I love them, so I'm not, like, gonna stop having them and stuff, but, like, I have, what do you call it? The stuff, the antihistamines for it and shit. And yeah, I don't think it can combat that much fur. Like, I did like immediately go and like wipe, like obviously like wash my hands, wash my arms and stuff, and then like, oh shit, don't put that in there, and like wipe down my face and stuff. But it can only really do so much, and it's not getting up in my nostrils. So, you know, yeah, it's a good enough situation. But yeah, they needed it. My cat Azula in particular was having like an itchy back situation, so I kind of figured, I'm like, since her back's kind of like itchy, I might as well just go and like brush her. She'll probably love it, and it'll like get a deeper scratch into like her fur and stuff than like if I sat there and like patted her. And it did. She got so fucking overstimulated with the whole thing. She ended up attacking me, which is really, really rare for her, you know. But yeah, she was obviously like having an itch moment, so it was a good call. It was necessary, but yeah, it was kind of funny because like she doesn't want to attack me. I can see that. And as soon as she like rolls over and like, you know, the the urge takes over to attack the hand that's like brushing you and stuff, she immediately like freaks out and then like runs, like scurries away kind of thing. And then she'll like just chill out. Like she'll immediately just like flop once she's at like a little bit of a distance, and then she'll just like calm down and like start moving herself. So quite funny because she doesn't do it very often. But when it happens, it's pretty cute. I do need health, yeah. I know you guys are over there. There is a well beneath me, but I'll just swap those over for a moment. I heard a helm or something get dropped just then. Also, my like firewall is basically useless against these guys, honestly. Unless I put it on myself, because they'll run up to me, but some of them will stay stationary, and it's like a... It's almost like a 50-50 ratio of, are they going to run up to me or are they not? And if they don't, and I've like cast it at a distance, it's kind of semi-useless, you know. Hey Mitsu, how you been? What are you up to? I've got one of these guys like near me, and there's one over there too, obviously, but I don't know where this one is. Hey Meg, I'm going to set you on fire for a moment. He's dropped money. We'll go around. I had to check that top corner. Good. I've been in Japan. Oh yeah. You been in Japan or you are in Japan? Because like I saw you stream the other day. I caught like a little bit of it, but yeah. My dogs too are just cats. So I have a very complicated history with dogs. I have had a dog, but in particular, like the complicated part about it is I was mauled twice as a child. So yeah, that complicated shit a lot for me. So I am wary around them. I don't specifically hate them or anything. I have no like direct malice or anything towards them, but I will probably like I've had a dog once and I think she'll be the only dog I ever have, and I'm okay with that, you know. I just am so much more of a cat person lifestyle in that like I don't really go outdoors and I not like super social in person and stuff, so yeah, kind of staying inside and just chilling out and having a cat on my lap and stuff like that is more my jam. I also did have like a border collie as well, and I was very active, so and then I was like injured and shit, so yeah, I gotta go back to town. So yeah, even though like I still kept up with like exercising her and like training her and all that sort of stuff, like it was like not really the lifestyle I could kind of maintain in like the long run and stuff, which is fine. She passed away long before like it ever became a problem. I could probably get rid of that. I could do with some health though. I think I only need like one. Currently in Japan. Nice. That's pretty cool. If you're having like a holiday or something like that over there, or just traveling for the sake of traveling and stuff, very cool. Also, obviously, like, just be mindful of like your, I don't know, I think Japan's like good for like data usage and stuff, but like just be careful of like your international data and stuff if you're like watching on like a SIM card or something like that. I obviously don't want you to like burn through it or like rack up like big charges or something. That shit can happen. But yeah, that's pretty awesome to like, you know, you're overseas and shit, you know? Obviously to me, everywhere else is overseas, but I'm like, it's cool that you're like overseas and still like able to like say hi and shit. It's neat, you know? What else? So I like cats too. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, I grew up with cats. Obviously, like, when I was a kid and shit, I obviously, as every kid does, wanted a dog at some point and stuff. I always really liked border collies because I used to read Foot Rot Flats comics, which are, I think they're like a New Zealand comic about, like, farmers and stuff like that. And that had, like, you know, the main character was basically like a border collie dog. So like I was always like fond of them because of that, but I also liked them as like just a beautiful breed of dog as well. And I also like was keen on getting like a German Shepherd, or at one point like, you know, there was Malamutes and all sorts of stuff, but like I don't know, there just wasn't really what I ended up with. I was like, if I was ever going to get a dog, it was going to be a border collie, and I'm like, I got a border collie. So you know, but I don't have enough mana, no. But yeah, cats, my cat Phoenix, I think he turns like 17 this year. So, like, he's existing for a while. My previous cat lived to like 16 and a half, 17, something like that too. And my other cat's like 3 or 4, I'd have to fact check that. I'm not quite sure. I think she's close to like 4 or 5 actually, probably. Because I always underestimate how old they are and stuff. So I always wanted to have like 3, but now they've got 2, and like they're not quite polar opposites, but like Phoenix is aging into like super senior, and that requires assistance and shit. And I'm like, he's basically like caring for 2 cats in a way. After I kill these guys, I gotta sneeze, hold on. I'm gonna have to blow my nose, but I need to kill these guys first. Come on, mate. I gotta get you dead. There we go. Okay, we're probably safe enough for me to blow my nose. Hold on a second. what I probably should have done is when I like wiped down my face earlier, I probably should have got like a slightly dampened like cloth or tissue or something like that and just very lightly done the inside of my nostrils as well. Because obviously having sneezed and blown my nose has really like roughed up whatever the fuck was bothering my nose beforehand. So yeah, I don't know if that's a dead end, but I kind of want to go over there too, you know? It was a holiday with the sister and husband. He's off to bed now though, so night night and enjoy stream. No worries. I hope your holidays go well, Mitsu. Obviously, like if I hear from you, I hear from you and stuff. So have fun. Get some sleep. Hey Suki, welcome in. I also don't know if you're cool for being Suki, but I have like a little bit of a problem trying to like pronounce the full like name. Fireballs. I'm here to cause chaos. Are you? Because I don't have anything to spawn in at the moment, unfortunately. So that's good. Nice. Yeah, next week, heads up, next week I'm doing a full week, 5 days of Rim Connect stream, where you guys will be able to spawn in stuff to like help me obviously try to build a ship and get off world and shit. So yeah, obviously like I will have a chaos classic chaos rim world Rim Connect thing in another month, I think. That's already scheduled. These are all like events that were unlocked back in like February and stuff. So yeah, definitely look forward to it. I do have them somewhere on my socials. I just can't fucking remember. My brain tonight is like a no, you know. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where like recalling information when I'm tired, I just about can't fucking do it, eh? I think he's like attacking someone. No pressure. Just enjoy the now. Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm enjoying all the conversation and, you know, my character and stuff. My Diablo character is, I don't know, being like extra fucking enjoyable tonight is really nice. It's not always, I probably can't carry the helm. No, I'll have to come back for that. I don't think I can Jenga. Or maybe, hold on. I just, my brain Jenga'd it. Hold on, you stay there, you stay there. Now we take it. There we go. See,
Good day.
don't mind me. I don't probably have any more space for the other charm that I got, but I want to see what it was. I don't really have a lot of space, so I don't have like a 2 vertical space at the moment that I could put it in, but I do want to sell that. Alright, let's go sell some shit. But yeah, what else are you up to? I want to sell basically mostly all of this shit, so I have some space to be able to take out the charms so that I can see which one I want to keep, because I already have the maximum amount that will fill up this inventory space at this time. It's a 14 to life. It could be useful. Let's go find out. No, close off. I am pretty sure I've got a 12 to life I can exchange